Good morning, boys and girls. Today, or this week, we are going to be talking about regular and irregular verbs. So we have regular verbs. I know it's hard to see, but I tried to make it a little bit closer so it would be a little more focused for y'all. But regular verbs, it's add ed or d to its present tense to show action that happened in the past. May use helping verbs has, have, or had. So examples are name is present, named is past tense, follow, followed, camp, camped. Those are regular verbs. Irregular verbs, let's see if I can get it all on here, maybe a little bit crooked. Irregular verbs is form the past tense by changing a vowel, or some forms need to be memorized. So changing a vowel is become, became, forget, forgot, drove, drive, or drive, drove. Those are all irregular verbs. So for Monday, we are going to be looking at just regular verbs on Monday. Let me get this out of the way. Oh my goodness, I'm losing it. All right, so this is just the example sheet. This is not your assignment. Your assignment is way easier than this. So last week, our class learn. We're going to make learn past tense in a regular verb. Well, we know learn, all you have to do is add the ed to the end. I'm going to do number 5 because that one we added ed. Number 5 says Deborah changed, so she changed. So you're just going to add the d to the end. Heal is healed. You guys get the picture. All you're doing is adding d or ed to the end. Now, for your assignment, it is page 187, and it says, write the past tense of each verb listed, then write a sentence using the verb in the past tense. Here's the deal. If you want to write a sentence using the past tense verb, you can do that and have extra credit. But if you don't, you just don't get the extra credit. It will not hurt your grade. So your assignment, travel. The past tense of travel is traveled. Beg, begged. Use, used. Carry, carried. Injured, injure, injured. Now, on these ones, all you have to do is the past tense, but I will take a half a point off for spelling. So make sure if you have to double a consonant or drop the Y and add IED, you're doing so you get the full credit for it. So that is Monday's assignment. Now Tuesday, we're going to be looking at irregular verbs. Now here's the example sheet. It's just saying identify whether it's regular or irregular. Well, took is past tense. Jake took his history test today. But what is present tense? Present is take, so it's going to be an irregular verb, meaning it changed, it didn't add ed. Studied is a regular because all you're doing is adding ed. Wrote, well, you're changing the verb, so it's going to be irregular. So that's what you're doing. Really make sure you're watching if your ending has an ed or a d on the end, or if it's completely changing the word. That's one way to figure out whether it's regular or irregular. Now, page 188 for your assignment. It's a little bit different, but you're going to basically do the same thing. So, Annie went to the library every weekend because she liked it there. Now, you have to tell me whether it's regular or irregular, but there is going to be more than one on each one. Okay, I don't care if you circle or underline the verb, just make sure you're writing the regular or irregular under the verb. So on number 1, Annie went. We know went is a verb, but what's the present tense went? Well, up here it gives us go. So we know that's an irregular verb. Now the next one is liked, and we know that's a regular verb because it's got ed on the end. So that's all you're doing. And again, I don't necessarily care if you circle the verb as long as you're writing it underneath it so I can tell which verb you circled or which verb you're trying to change. Each one of them has 2. So there's 2 verbs per question, if that makes sense. So each one, each one has 2 verbs that you need to decide whether it's irregular or regular. Oh goodness. Okay, there we go. Now, Wednesday. And actually, I think I totally gave you guys this wrong. I don't think we're doing anything Tuesday. I think it's going to be Wednesday. So 188 is actually going to be Wednesday. Now for Thursday, we're going to do past tense of irregular verbs. So our class write letters. So what is the past tense of write? We know it's wrote. Okay, it's irregular verbs. It's just like we did on Monday with the regular verbs, but we're doing irregular. Teach is taught. Send is sent. Buy, bought. Okay, so that's what we're doing there. On your thing, your assignment is page 189, and you are doing basically the same thing. But this time, I want you to circle or underline the verb. So Samuel had went to take food to soldiers. Had went is not right. It has had gone. Okay, so find your verb and figure out what you need to change it into. Make sure that's focused. There's only 5 of them. So make sure you circle the verb or underline the verb and then write the irregular verb. And there is some examples up here, not saying that you're going to have to use those ones, but those are just giving you some examples to help you. Now for Friday, it is a Connect to Writing page. It's page 191. And what you're going to be doing is you're basically changing this word to something different. Okay, so it says replace the underlined verb with an exact verb from the box. So these 4 or 5, here's the box. You're using those 5, and there's only 4, so you're not going to use one of them. The soldier went. Well, did the soldier cooked? Did the soldier sewed? Did he strolled? Did he ate, or did he exclaimed? The soldier went, so the soldier strolled. So then you just need to write strolled on it. So there is one that you will not use, because there's only 4 and there's 5 options, but you will not use them more than once. Oh, never mind. You will use all 5 of them. Number 4 has 2. Number 4 has 2, so you will use all 5 of them. Make sure when you're finished, you turn it into grammar and then do Lexia.